All right, everybody, this is going to be a big one. This is going to be one of the great mysteries of the One Piece series discussed today. I know you guys have been waiting for it for a while. I know I've been waiting for a while to discuss this. I just hit 200,000 subs, so I think that's the most appropriate time to do it. Now, whenever you're talking about any really popular series, any series that's garnered a lot of attention, you always have things that the fans can reference that sort of work as a symbol of solidarity, something that brings that fan base together. You know, like something like a quote or a term that's used in the series that only the real fans will understand, and it makes like absolutely no sense out of context. Like the whole, the cake is a lie from Portal. You know, like really, you know, Portal fans understand that. You say that to most people, they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. One Piece has that as well, but in the case of One Piece, it's not a phrase, it's not a quote, it is but a single letter of the alphabet. That letter is D. Now, the D, or more specifically, the will of D, is not something that I can just easily explain. I can just throw out a definition, because it's something that we know so little about right now in the 20-plus years that One Piece has been running. But essentially, we know that the D appears most often in One Piece in the form of a middle initial. We don't know if it can appear in other forms, but so far it's only been in characters' names. And in that vein, we only currently have 9 confirmed bearers of the D initial in the entire story. And 4 of those people happen to be dead, and 3 out of those 4 are actually part of the same family, a mother, a father, and a son. So, damn, the D is pretty dark, basically. Now, of course, as you can imagine, after all these years, several questions have arisen around the will of D, but I feel like everything can be broken down to just 5 basic questions regarding it. We need to have these 5 questions answered before the end of the story if it's going to be of any big payoff for the fans. And I'm sure Oda already knows everything about what's going to go down and how he's going to reveal it, but here are the 5 basic questions, okay? Number 1, what does the D stand for?
D. Yeah. What does it stand for? D. Yeah. What does it stand for? D. Yeah. What does it stand for? D. Yeah. What does it stand for? D. Yeah. So what does it stand for? D. It stands for D. D-E-E.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory there. Number 2, what is the historical significance of the D regarding the Void Century? Number 3, what significance does the D have for the current storyline? Number 4, how does the D get passed on and what criteria is involved in passing it on? And number 5, where is all this D information found? Where is it all located? Is it in a poneglyph? Is it in some other location? What's going on with exactly where you find all this information? Now, there's plenty of other things that people have noticed about the D regarding, you know, the characters that hold that initial. There's things that sort of like tie them together. Like one of those things is whenever they happen to die, they always happen to die with a big smile on their face. That's something that's indicative of the bearers of the will of D. You had that with Roger. You had that with Ace. With Porcus D. Rouge, I don't think we actually saw her die, but the last scene, she died during childbirth, giving birth to Ace, and the last time we see her, she's cradling a baby Ace shortly before her death, and she is in fact smiling. There was that one time where Luffy was about to get executed at Logtown, and he had a big old grin on his face, so that's something that could, you know, connect all the bearers of the will of D together, but I think that's just more of something that's just aesthetically something that Oda wants to convey with the will of D. They all die with a smile on their face, and we're definitely going to get a reference to that, like why that is. But in terms of like the bigger picture and what it really means for the significance of the story, that's why I didn't include something like that. So let's just go through those 5 questions, and I don't have any answers for you. I don't claim to have any answers for you. All I have to claim is I got a bunch of Ds. That's all I got to claim. So let's just go through them and see